Honda's half-and-half history began with the Insight in the late 1990s, which beat the Toyota Prius to the US advertised by a couple of months and was initially evaluated at 70 miles per gallon by the EPA. The Insight changed from a minor, deer-molded to entryway in its original to a Prius formed for entryway in its second era before being abandoned because of poor deals in 2014. Presently returning for a third emphasis, the Insight is taking its most ordinary shape yet. Looking much like a warmed-over 10th-era Civic car with the substance of an Accord, the Insight will land in summer 2018 as a committed crossbreed demonstrate controlled by Honda's two-engine fuel-electric drivetrain. This new model appears to be ready to replace the Civic half-breed, which was dropped from the lineup with the reduced Auto's most recent overhaul. Given that its side surfacing and general extents influence it to look surprisingly like the Civic, we are wagering that the Insight utilizes a similar front-wheel drive stage. Honda has bundled the lithium particle battery pack under the back seats, which takes into account 60-40 split collapsing usefulness and an unhindered payload region. For the time being, Honda isn't sharing numerous insights about the Insight, which is being appeared in model shape. In any case, in the organization's typical mold, it looks essentially prepared for creation. Honda is notwithstanding indicating portrayals of the full inside, which looks a bit more upscale than the Civic's gratitude to a more pleasant advanced check group, a bigger, 8.0-inch focal touchscreen with volume handle, and the push-catch shifter found in a few other Honda items, including the Accord 2.0T and the Odyssey. Standard dynamic security highlights incorporate path takeoff cautioning, versatile voyage control, and mechanized crisis braking. Honda's lane watch blind side camera framework is offered on X or more trims. We do know the Insight will utilize a variant of the two-engine half-and-half framework from the most recent Accord crossover. Given that the Insight is littler than the Accord half-and-half and can get by with not as much as the Auto's 212 aggregate drive, it bodes well that it utilizes a 1.5-liter Atkinson Cycle 4-barrel gas motor instead of the Accord's 2.0-liter Atkinson Cycle 4-chamber. Honda isn't sharing aggregate yield numbers for the Insight yet. Desires for efficiency are high, as the bigger Accord is focusing on a consolidated 50 miles per gallon from the EPA, and the Insight will pursue the Toyota Prius, which gets up to 56 miles per gallon joined, and the Hyundai Ioniq, evaluated at up to 58 miles per gallon. We expect that the 2019 Insight will be estimated somewhat higher than the Civic, likely beginning in the low to mid $20,000 territory. Honda's half-and-half history began with the Insight in the late 1990s, which beat the Toyota Prius to the US advertised by a couple of months and was initially evaluated at 70 miles per gallon by the EPA. The Insight changed from a minor, deer-molded to entryway in its original to a Prius formed for entryway in its second era before being abandoned because of poor deals in 2014. Presently returning for a third emphasis, the Insight is taking its most ordinary shape yet. Looking much like a warmed-over 10th-era Civic car with the substance of an